tell us about the Read Book Ghana.
Well, Read Book was started in 2015. It was born out of my curiosity to see, the rural areas. At the time that the Read Book idea came up, I was traveling around the country on a production, and I noticed that there was a deficiency with learning aids in the rural areas. And so I partnered with a friend who is into rural development, and we thought, okay, why don't we spend our weekends and drive to the rural areas with books in our cars and read with the children? So that's where it started. We would gather the children in the community and sit and read with them. And we thought, well, we can't do this every time. So we identified libraries, and some of them needed renovations. We did that. Some needed books, and we did that. And then we went a step further, and we thought, okay, the children in the rural areas may not even get a chance to attend educational programs in the city, either because they can't transport themselves here. And so we partnered with the likes of the Ghana Association of Writers, where they have reading programs and reading sessions, and would bring the children from the rural areas to the city to engage them and kind of bridge the gap between rural education and urban education. Besides that, also, last year I was on Talented Kids as a co-host for the first time, and I thought, okay, it's nice that we're discovering talent and we're having fun, but can we merge the fun and reading as well? So for the very first time on Talented Kids, we had an all-inclusive reading session for the contestants, and then that also gave us the opportunity to include the blind and the deaf. And so we had a book, Roses of Sharon, by Peggy Osei. We had it converted into Braille, and we brought some children to join the contestants, and they sat and they read. That's some of the things that we are into. We provide learning aids to rural areas, and in urban centers we look for where challenges are that we can meet. And we do this I am on radio, and so I do this with the listeners. And so whenever we have a library, for instance, to renovate and we need books and we need help, I'd reach out to them on radio, and the support has always been amazing. People come to you with books, people come to you with, support to paint. Natalie is one of the people who have been helping us as well. And so that's what we do. But beyond that, we also realize that in our immediate environment in Accra, there is also a need. And so because, I'm not being gender biased or anything, but there's a partnership that we have with the Accra Sports Stadium. One of the executives, officials there, who's also interested in empowering women, we thought of an idea to help curb teenage pregnancy by merging sports and education. So starting soon, very, very soon, we're going to pilot that with a couple of teenage girls in those two areas, and we're going to open them up to the sports disciplines. They choose which one they're most comfortable with, but it's going to have a catch. You have to be able to read, or we'll help you to read. Nice. So you can pursue it.
Indeed.